Greetings and welcome to When the Moment Chooses You. I'm excited to present you with this clip from Ije. She was a powerful, dynamic woman that is on a mission. And if you're a little confused about who you are, or if you're worthy enough, you want to catch this clip. She is going to unpack such profound wisdom that I truly believe that you won't be the same. So enjoy the clip. So what would you advise anyone? I mean, especially you do a lot of work with women, correct?
Mhm.
So what would you say to somebody out there, like it could be a young person that's ready to accomplish something. What kind of advice would you give them so that they can be their best self?
Um, so everything for me, threes and fives, because I like numbers of things that I can remember. Um, Faith, fear, and joy. Right? Walk it. You are equipped with a unique gift that absolutely nobody else in the world has. Guess what? If you can't figure it out by yourself, what it is that makes you unique, the fact that you have the name that you have, and your age and the situation, it doesn't matter. That's what makes you unique. So walk in that, walk in faith that you are uniquely equipped to do something that no one else can do the way you do it. And so be that representation, be that, be that presence, have faith in yourself and whoever your supreme being is, right? That you're not going to be in a place that you can't turn away from.
That's
And
awesome.
that success, you will always find success. You just need to define what success means. And success sometimes
really
means I failed really fast, but I got back up. And that's success.
That's wonderful because there's nobody that can duplicate your fingerprint.
No one. The other one, I would say fear. If you're not a little scared, you're not doing something right. You're not stretching yourself. You should be a little scared. You doing this podcast, you should be a little scared, right?
Yes.
Me coming to talk to you on this podcast, I should be a little, whatever it is, that little bit of fear, because it keeps you honest. It keeps you knowing that I'm stretching myself. I'm not going over the ledge, but I'm stretching myself. And then also the joy. I had a mentor who told me to find joy in the beautiful moments every day. Find one beautiful moment, whatever it is. And so remember that you can create that joy. Nobody else has that power for you. You can create that joy for yourself. I'm looking at you. The fact that we had this beautiful conversation today is a joy point for my day.
Yes.
The fact that you look fabulous in that color while we're doing it, that's another joy point for the day. Right? But you find those points of joy. And I would also say, have a theme song. I'm all about the theme song because it gets you, it gets you pumped. And your theme song can change. And, you never know where it's going to come from. So I have literally, my theme song right now it's from The Greatest Showman. It's the song, This Is Me. And I'm telling you, and that goes on and I'm like, okay. All right. All right. Right. And that's what pump, like you get that pump, you get that, like, I can do this. I'm brave, I'm bruised, but I'm who I'm meant to be. This is me.
I love that. I love that. A theme song. Okay. What's my theme song today?
Get yourself a theme song.
Okay. I got one. Nothing Can Stop Me. It's actually a motivational song. So that's what I used this morning when I got my butt on the treadmill.
There you go.
Yes. So I love that. So, okay. One more thing. I always ask my guests, first of all, let's talk about barriers first. Any barriers? Did you face any barriers, Ije?
No. Life was easy. Everything was great.
Let's hear.
Where do you want to start?
I know.
I'll even talk to you about one that is not the conventional barrier, right? That people would automatically think of. My name is not common.
Nope.
So even going into a room and having people say your name is a barrier because they don't know how to pronounce it. They don't know what they're going to come across. So they'll just overlook it and jump to the next one that they're able to pronounce or that's easier to accommodate. Right? So
Yes.
Name is a barrier. Age is a barrier. Coming up in my career, I was always the youngest person in the room. There are advantages and disadvantages to that, right?
Yes.
The barrier is everyone's like, oh, well, they're young. They don't, we're just pouring into them. We're pouring into you. You're not ready. You need 10 years of experience in X, Y, and Z field in order to. No, you don't. I was advising C-suite executives when I was, 3 years out of undergrad. Right? Again, tap into what your unique superpower is and trust it.
Yes.
So that is, when you talk about barriers, and I think there are also the barriers that we create for ourselves. I'm a woman of color. I'm a woman of color from another country. And I often work in demographics that have a large amount of men. So do I shrink away from that? Is that, and a large amount of white men? I will tell you that could be a barrier or it could be your biggest asset. I will tell you, white men are right now some of my biggest champions and sponsors who are advocating, who are pouring into me. And because we have had very honest conversations about how they show up, how I show up, how I have felt about how they've shown up. And they have then, what was once a barrier now has become a wonderful leverage point and actual, superpower because they're opening doors that I didn't even know existed.
That's wonderful. That really is. And you know what? I was wondering, EJ, have you had people in your life that have kind of said something like they mentioned your name when you weren't in the room? You know what I mean? Like those mentors, because a lot of times those sponsors, just like you mentioned, as you were coming up through your career, were there always someone planted there, you think, that saw your greatness and said, you know what, I'm going to help her to get where she needs to be? Or did you just bulldoze and handle your business?
No, I think it was a mix. It was definitely a mix. I've had people who have been in my corner, but being in your corner does not necessarily mean that they're advocating for you. So part of someone being in your corner and knowing that they're there and they're in a position of power, sometimes you have to encourage them and let them know what your ask is of them. So there are people who never would have thought, they're like, oh, you're fine, you're good. I'm just sounding board for you. Where I had to go to them and say, look, you're in rooms that I'm not in. Yes. You're in rooms that I would like to be in. I need you to leverage your voice on my behalf. And like that, they're like, not a problem, done. Not everybody won't say yes, but people, have, for the most part, but closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Hey, that's powerful.
You have to, just like you say, you have to encourage yourself. You also have to advocate for yourself. Same thing, my life lesson moment, advocate for yourself. It's not just in the hospitals, it's in all aspects of your life.
Yeah, that is beautiful. I mean, I could just, that's golden for me. That's golden. So, okay, this is EJ's top 3. So I'd love to hear your top 3 to encourage our listeners out there in the audience. And I said the top 3 for when a moment chooses you. How do you react or respond, or whatever your top 3 for someone to out there listening right now to encourage them?
Number 1, say yes. Say yes. You can figure out how to define that yes later on. But saying yes opens a door. Say yes opens an opportunity. So I tell people all the time, the first thing, if someone offers you an opportunity, or say yes. I would also say be willing to fail, because you're redefining what failure means. fail, it may be you're looking at me, you're like, "Whoo, you really blew that one. You did not." And for me, I'm like, "Whoo, all right, I got past that part of it. I won't go down that track again. Now I'm ready to jumpstart myself 6 levels because I had this experience. I learned from it that the outside world is calling a failure, and I'm calling a learning. And I will tell you, you have to keep reminding yourself of that because I'm like, oh God, I blew it. No, I didn't blow it. Hold on. And it's, you, again, the encouraging yourself. So, definitely I would say number 2 would be fail fast. And I'm going to go back to that third one, which is enjoy what you are doing. Enjoy. Find moments of joy. This moment will never come your way again.
Yes.
No matter what it is, this moment will never come your way again. So cherish it. Remember it and move on to your next moment of joy, but enjoy the moments.
Wow, that's beautiful. That reminds me of my mantra for this year is you don't die when your heart stops beating, you die when your heartbeats have no meaning. I hope you enjoyed that clip just as much as I did. Unpack your superpower. Oh my gosh, that was extremely exciting. So I want you to do me a favor. If any of this content resonated with you, I want you to give me a 5-star rating. Yes, 5 stars, nothing but the best. I also would encourage you to go ahead and comment. I want to hear some of your takeaways from what she unpacked in this particular clip. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.